Hey guys, Ben here. In today's video we're be unboxing a relatively old kit. It came out in 6th edition, I believe, with the 6th edition Space Marine Codex. So it's about 2012 time, 2013 I believe. So in today's video we'll be unboxing the Space Marine Stalker, or Hunter, depends how you build it. These cuts will set you back £40. A funny story behind why I bought one of these. I've never owned one, I've never built one, I've never really been interested in them before until now, and currently the Fate of Konar is going on at home, where obviously, I suppose you probably know about that, and I actually had to buy a tank for my last unit. So to be the first in Wakefield, I was the first to completely fulfill your Lord of War slot, your elites and whatnot, and this was the last model I bought. So I thought, why not? I'll get it, and I need some anti anyway. And also I've got this little dice bag for doing so. Relatively nice, same as Ultramarine, but whatever. Keeps your dice safe. But, sorry for going on a tangent. So yeah, £40. It's, basically it is a Rhino chassis, but no, obviously you have your upgrade sprues, additional sprues and whatnot. So you have your Stalker, which has like your two like Gatling, well, I forgot what you call them. I've got the name, like Icarus autocannons or something like that. And then you have your Sky Spear Hunter Rock missile launcher. We'll go over what they're called in a minute. It's just I've never really looked into these tanks before, so I thought, why not get one? So like I said, £40. I'm unsure how I feel about the price, so because that is a lot of money. I picked one of these over Redemptor Dreadnought, so. Because the Redemptor Dreadnought looks absolutely awesome, but I'm going to try and pick one of them up very soon and get a video out to you guys. But you got in the older kind of box where it's literally just a pull-up box, if you want to call it that. So there's your Stalker, and then there we go. So that's all your lovely spruage in there. So we have your standard vehicle accessory sprue. This thing's as old as Ills. What is it, 1999? Yeah, 1999, if you could see that. This thing's been around since Godwell had, basically, so you know what this is. Then you have your normal Rhino chassis sprue. As I always say, as I said in my Razorback Deathwatch Rhino unboxing, this is 2006 sprue. You can see it's an old sprue, because look how far apart those parts are. But your standard Rhino sprue, or sprues should I say, we've all seen these before. It's like your inside there and side of it and whatnot. Also in them. Now here's what you're paying the extra amount for. This is your Stalker and Hunter sprue, and it's, look at the difference. This is, I mean, I thought it'd be 2012. Yeah, 2012. Look how much on that sprue. And look how much is on that sprue. Look at the difference, that's how far we've come. So basically there's your sides, like for the tank, because they have like these like bracing points, so you can just like sit there and shoot up. Looks like you just armour plating. There's some of the weapon housing. That's the I believe it. Sorry guys, I do think it's called like a Sky Spear rocket launcher or something like that. I'll have to have a look in the codex in a sec. But yeah, that's that weapon there, the Hunter weapon. And that looks like the mounting bracket there. Put one on the front, it looks like some sort of armour. Some of the missiles, that's a tough and big magazine. That's for your Stalker. Just have bits and bats. You have the barrels for the Icarus autocannons, the front, the other side. So it looks like you put that on top of the Rhino chassis, and then you put that on top of there. And that looks like the centre console. You got some lenses, all specs sort of thing. So that's the sprue. That's what you're paying extra money for, basically. I'm completely unsure of how you're going to put that on the Rhino chassis, but I'm sure we'll soon find out when we look at the instructions. But before that, I've noticed we actually have the older vehicle transfer sheet, where it actually has all the vehicle transfers. I mean, you can't see them, but I've got salamanders, yay! So I can actually use salamander transfers again. So that's made me happy. Got some salamander transfers finally. But going to move these to a side. And here's instruction. So standard rhino. Then you looks like you put the side of the Stalker on top of the existing rhino chassis. Then you put your top on. I quite like the look of the with the lights lower down. I think it looks more what you'd expect on a tank nowadays, rather than in the future, wherever. So there's your Icarus Storm cannon. Right, I'll call them auto cannons. Apologies. So it looks relatively easy to put together. But I'm thinking about going for the Hunter. It's the Hunter's called Sky Spear Missile Launcher. So there you go. It looks like you could probably magnetise these. I'm unsure. Or you could just not glue certain components. So it looks like you could do that. So you could make both. I don't want to say you can make both out of this kit, but it looks like you can. So we'll soon see about that. But yeah, basically I'll be prioritising the Hunter because I really like the look of the Hunter. But it looks like you can have them as both. But what I'm going to do now, I'm going to shoot off, tell you how the build went, as always, and go over the rules when we actually know what the actual weapons are called and what they do. So I'm going to run off now and I'm back in 2 secs. And as you can see, guys, it's the tank fully built. So how well does it go together? With it being a Rhino chassis, it was super simple, super easy, and obviously most Space Marine players have experience of building a Rhino or whatever before. The extra armour plating, like on the side, like the stabilising, anchors, they just go straight on top. So it's a pretty simple kit to build. A thing to note with this as well is something I'm quite fond of is obviously you can move your turrets around, have magnetised these, so they're a bit more stable, and you can, because they kept falling out last season. So I've magnetised these so you can have these looking any way you want. But the thing I'm fond of the most is that you don't have to have it as the Stalker. You can also have it as a Hunter as well. Nice and simple. So you have the ability to swap between both of them. So your Hunter's like, obviously you've got your big missile launcher thing. And then it's like you've got like a battery for your Stalker. So we'll quickly go over the difference between the Hunter and the Stalker. The Hunter's 5 power points, it's a little bit cheaper than the Stalker. And the main difference between other than the weapons, is that the Hunter, it doesn't have -1 against ground units, infantry models. So the Hunter has a Sky Spear missile launcher, which is 60 inches, heavy one, strength 9, -3 AP, D6 damage, and add one to all hit rolls made by this weapon against targets that can fly. You can reroll failed hit rolls with this weapon. So this is very good for, obviously, it fulfills its battlefield role as an anti-air weapon. So that's the 5 power points. And the Stalker 6 power points, exactly the same before, but it has a Icarus Storm Cannon, which is 48 inches, heavy 3, strength 7, -1, 2 damage. Add 1 to hit rolls with all targets can fly, and subtract 1 for any other target. So it has 2 of these, so that's 6 strength 7 shots at -1 AP at 2 damage each. Yeah, the spear the Sky Spear missile launcher is strength 9 minus the AP, but the damage is D6, whereas, and it's one shot. Whereas the Icarus Storm Cannon, it's 6 shots and it's constantly doing 2 damage. So it's quite powerful. They both have the clear pros and cons. I mean, the only real drawback is that the Stalker has to -1 to hit, so everything else isn't a flyer. But to be honest with you, it doesn't really matter because you're hitting flyers on a 2+ with this. So you're mowing them down. So the stat line from both, they're both heavy support units. The stat line from both is, obviously depending on how damaged it is, the movement changes. So full 6 to 11+ wounds, it's 10 inches plus 3 ballistic skill and 3 attacks. 3 to 5, 5 inches, ballistic skill 4, D3 attacks, and then 1 to 2 is 3 inches plus 5 ballistic skill, 1 attack. It's strength 6, toughness 8, it has 11 wounds, leadership 8 and a 3+ save. So obviously with the Stalker pattern and the Hunter, you're hitting things on, we're hitting flyers on a 2+. So it fulfills its battlefield role very well indeed. So I don't know which one I'd have over which. It's hard really. I think that the Stalker is more reliable. It deals more reliable damage, whereas the Hunter, if you roll a 6 on that damage roll or whatever, it's gonna wreck, and you don't get the -1 to hit against everything that isn't a flyer. However, you are getting this unit. It's a specialised unit. It is made for anti-air. I mean, and it looks pretty cool as well. I mean, you see that on the battlefield. Like I said, the turrets, the batteries can rotate. But I recommend, if you can, magnetising these, because there's fallout really, as I mean, as you can see, all magnetised. But thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. It's like I said, I'm yet to play with the Stalker or Hunter, so I can't really give you an accurate review on what I think's better. So it'll be a case of wait and see, and I'm sure I'll tell you in another video sometime. But I think the model itself looks really cool. I do like the look of it. It's worth £40. Honestly, I don't know. You do get an extra sprue. I mean, it's like, it is a completely different looking Rhino chassis tank, and also you can build 2. You can build both of them. So if you really wanted to, you still have your SC Rhino sprue. So if you didn't want to use this for whatever reason as a Stalker, you could put a Rhino hatch on top of there. Yeah, it look a bit weird with your anchors, but really, so that's 3 models in one. But personally, I wouldn't do that. I'd rather just get a Rhino. So you can still have 3 models in one. It's a good idea. It's alright, but I wouldn't bother with the Rhino idea. I'd just have them as either Stalker or Hunter like they're meant to be. But thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll be seeing you in the next one.